Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, and welcome to a beautiful set of games between herO here in the bottom left playing for Team HarstemCasts Gaming. And in the top right is our blue Protoss player, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy you all know and love. It is Harstem, the Dutch Protoss, brain the size of an elephant, and not the size of an elephant's brain, but his brain is the actual size of an elephant. It has been confirmed by multiple scientists, as this was played in the most recent World Team League, in the clan war between Shopify Rebellion and HarstemCasts Gaming, of course. We see a probe scout into a second probe being sent out on the map here for herO. So herO with just a kind of an odd opener, saying, hey, this Harstem guy, he's keen on proxying. If I can pretend that I'm scouting, while in reality I'm also proxying, which is a very rare move, I might have a leg up against this idiot. And he might just be right. I don't think Harstem doesn't quite know what's kicking off. At the same time though, Harstem also here with a proxy pylon. Has built a pylon at home, so he's using a third pylon proxy. He opens up with 2 stalkers. Now this could go into anything, but I have a feeling it might just be a Stargate. Indeed, Stargate does go down here. Very good decision. I like this type of build order. And this is not an extremely fast Stargate, but A, it is hidden. And B, it is a little bit closer to the opponent. So this Oracle is going to kind of hit at a weird timing. Kind of an odd timing for herO at least. As it also allows Harstem to open up with 4 stalkers here. At the same time, Probe manages to sneak in. Very unfortunate here for Harstem. As now this pylon gets thrown down, the 2 adepts are showing up. Now these 2 stalkers need to start putting in some serious work to deal with these adepts. That's indeed what Harstem will start doing. There is a probe down here, which sees the lack of a nexus so far. It's a nice improvised wall here, coming out of the Dutch Protoss player, who's always known for his relatively large brain. And there's a lot of stalkers out. This probe is now going to get taken out. These adepts are trying to get in towards the main base. I think another battery. No battery. Okay, that is somewhat interesting. Harstem opts for no battery here. It's gonna pull some workers, loses 3 of them. At the herO time, he's building his own Oracle. herO right now saving up his first Oracle, at least for a little bit. Harstem's not quite in position for that. Nexus does get thrown down here. Does herO have a Nexus yet? No. Does not quite have a Nexus yet. Instead is building a battery at home. So this Oracle's gonna get 2 kills as well. At the same time, there's an oddly placed battery here out of our South Korean Protoss players. It doesn't really cover the far left side. Harstem manages to identify that with his elephant-sized brain and starts killing a couple of workers here. 2 workers going down. Make that 3. Make that 4, perhaps? No. So far, 7 workers lost on the side of Harstem. 6 workers lost on the side of herO. And on top of that, there's already a nexus for Harstem here. While herO decided to throw down a robotics facility. A second Oracle is now going to show up, so the worker counts are very close. But herO has already lost an Oracle, and Harstem still has 2 alive. This battery is completely empty. Yes, super battery is still available, and that is the tool that herO will need to use right now. But that's his only energy that he really has. Loses 2 workers before it gets activated. Throws down a 3rd gate. Harstem scouts all of this and should be capable of making some good decisions here. He's up a base. He's up in Stalkers, he's up in Oracles. The only thing he's down in right now is ping, because this is being played on the Western United States server, which makes it kind of difficult to micro at times. But being up 10 supply while having 2 Oracles while your opponent only has 1 tends to be a pretty decent setup here. More adepts are now being sent out on the map. That's going to be 3 adepts that are going to make it there. Double Oracles trying to move in. They do manage to move in, get 1 kill, get 1 kill, get 2 kills, get perhaps 3, get 3 kills, and manage to escape. So another 3 kills added on top of the already 11 that Harstem had managed to take out. There's 3 stalkers on the low ground. There's 3 stalkers, no, 5 stalkers on the high ground. So that should be enough to deal with this threat. As this Oracle tries to come in here as well. Couple of workers are going to go down. That is par for the course, right? This is what is supposed to happen if adepts are being sacrificed. Now, herO does need to be aware of the fact that if you're consistently sacrificing units like he is, that his army is going to be significantly smaller. He has hardly any stalkers. He's now getting an Immortal as well as a Nexus, has cancelled his 3rd gateway. The Oracle is looking for damage, looking for alternative angles. It's a very action-packed game here from start to finish. Well, from start to whatever part we're in right now. As this Oracle pops in, Harstem out of position. Very sloppy play as the Oracle gets 3 kills for no real reason. At the same time, we see our Dutch Protoss player splitting up his Oracles. Has confirmed that there's a Nexus there. And with Blink finishing up, might actually go for a bit of an aggressive play himself. What does herO have as a follow-up is the question now. Well, not a whole lot. He's building a prison and he has that Immortal out. So perhaps he's trying to do something of value here. Harstem doesn't quite want to push immediately. Instead is opting to try and take out this pylon. Or at least it looked for a second like he was going to try and take out that pylon. He's not quite going to do that yet. 2 Oracles still out. There's an Oracle for herO here as well. Harstem looking to take a 3rd base. That would probably be a bit of a blunder. No, the probe is just heading towards the top side, making sure no adepts are getting warped in. I think that's a good call as well. I like that as the Stalkers now move forward. It is 14 Stalkers versus just a couple of Stalkers, really. Harstem is the first one that's going to lose a unit here. Did not quite blink back in time. Don't think he's killed any Stalkers of his opponent quite yet, no. Did pretty much get a confirmation though that this is very all-in. At the same time flies in with these 2 Oracles, takes out another 6 workers. That makes this 35 to 18 workers. Not a single battery at home. Stalker count is 15, but there are 2 Immortals out right now. And with 2 Immortals, sometimes you can make magic happen. 6 Stalkers, 2 Immortals, 2 Sentries. Batteries are going down at a rapid pace. What is the production like? It's only 2 gateways against the 3 of herO. So yes, it's great that you have 36 workers, but if you don't actually have the production, having a lot of money is pretty useless. That Forge is going to be pointless as well over here. As now Harstem perhaps just in a little bit of trouble. Force fields are okay. A bit of a blink away here to give some space for these probes. Here comes a blink in. Prism's going to get targeted down. That was very important as this Immortal is going to fall as well. And it's starting to feel like herO is in a world of trouble. 26 workers to 20. Army supply 28 to 19. As the Oracles at the same time move in towards the natural. And Harstem here looking at his first W against herO in this little series. GG gets called. And the Dutch toss wins game number 1. Game number 2 here is going to be played on Site Delta. And Site Delta is a map that has a ramp. And as a result, herO will build a gateway at the ramp. This will allow him, hopefully for herO, to get a fast 1-gate expansion, while Harstem at the same time isn't even scouting over here. He is not opening up with a quick scout and thus will not be allowed to block his opponent's natural. We see herO also has alternative plans. So just for the people that are not aware, whenever you play a 1-gate expand, it is usual that if you don't get blocked, that you throw down a Nexus at 20 supply. You stay on 1 gas and 1 pylon, and then you get the Cybernet score after the Nexus, then you get your gas, then you get your pylon. herO here, however, is opening up in a completely different way, in a completely different manner. He says, hey, you're not scouting, that means you're proxying. If I can find your proxy, or if I can just hard counter whatever crap it is you're doing, I think I'm going to be in quite a good spot, as this Stargate is going to be, this pylon, I wonder what it's going to proxy. I hope it's a Stargate, because I think that would be a very good call here for Harstem to get a Stargate. Of course, I can't read this guy's mind, and I have no predictive abilities more than you guys, but I feel like a Stargate. Yeah, okay, this is very intelligent play. It's really far away as well. This kind of is a Stargate location. It's far away, yet close enough. Far away that it won't get killed, yet close enough that it's still impactful. Double Adepts behind this. This is a move that carries some risk. This Zealot is not just straight gonna move in, right? Yeah, it's gonna hide. I like this move. Now, last game there was a probe hiding behind the natural. This time it's going to be a Zealot. Oh, I love this herO. Such a genius. This is bait. This is absolute bait. It's saying, hey, my probe is here. Don't check behind your mineral line. There's no reason for you to check behind your mineral line. What's going to be behind your mineral line? Surely not a Zealot. There is a Zealot behind the mineral line. Harstem responds by sending his adepts back immediately, but that's going to come just a little bit too late. We get a probe pull here. First probe gets killed. Second probe gets pulled away. Third probe also gets pulled away. Very solid control here out of Harstem, only losing 1 probe to that Zealot. He must have lost his scouting probe during this, though, as he's also gathered a bit of information. Saw the robotics facility. And I think Harstem is going to be very happy with all of that. I think he's going to be a happy little camper. Now, I would love for Harstem to just keep this one Oracle and then wait until the second Oracle pops out and then go in. It is a lower amount of scouting information and you can't get an initial kill here, but it does allow you to burst through the battery and might come as a surprise. So one worker is going to get taken out, second worker goes down. 2 workers going down is not terrible. It's 21 workers to 26 as Harstem follows this up with a robotics facility. And herO sends a prism across the map as the first unit. Now, we're going to see if Harstem is quite ready for this, because there's really nothing in the main base to defend against the potential prism. It's going to be 3 adepts that warp in. This could be trouble. This could be trouble as the oracles are split up. Harstem wanting to make sure there's no nexus going down, but these adepts are going to have a blast in here, let me tell you that much. That is 1 kill, that is 2 kills, that is going to be kill number 3. No! A little bit of misfire. Okay, 3 kills still do happen. So now the Oracle pops in over here. Let's see if it can actually deal any damage. It's coming in. Oh. Gets 1 kill. It's not the end of the world only getting 1 kill. I'd rather get 1 kill than 0 kill. This probe is not mining gas properly. It needs to be readjusted. There's 2 batteries up here. Now, please do note that Harstem has continuously been building workers, and as a result is outmining his opponent by about 130, 140 minerals per minute. Has 6 more workers. And this carries some extra risk here for herO, because herO is the only player that could reasonably expect to lose any workers, as there's still 2 oracles remaining on the map, forcing 2 stalkers as well as a sentry to stay home. Immortal pops out on the side of Harstem as herO snipes the first pylon. Now tries to go for an adept. I actually think Harstem can just move down here, except his Immortal isn't quite working out. Loses an Oracle. I don't even think he killed anything. Maybe 1 worker. Now, 1 worker for an Oracle is generally considered a pretty crap trade, so I'm not too happy about all of that for Harstem, who's now being supply blocked. Still up 5 workers, of course, which is all nice, but he's in some serious trouble. The only saving grace really is the fact that these units have to stay at home to deal with the Oracle. No nexus on the way for either player. Harstem now trying to move down. Does not quite get the kill on the Stalker. Loses an Adept and a Stalker. Okay, ends up killing 1. Not the greatest trade here for our Dutch Protoss player, who is definitely struggling when it comes to the micro against herO. herO with this Observer just providing him a lot of vision, which is great. It's fantastic. We see a 3 Adept shade in right now. Coming in towards the main, and I love this little prism move here, saying, hey, I'm gonna shade in, but I'm also going to be capable of escaping, as 1 adept does get taken out, 2 workers fall. As this observer is still around. This prism is going to move across the map. That just gets spotted by herO. There's 2 immortals in there. That's kind of a wild move. That's a really wild move, actually. Prism did get recalled back home. We have a Phoenix on the way as well. That's being rallied back to the natural. This is an extremely awkward situation. I think herO here is being a little bit too passive. I almost feel like he could have just bursted this ramp. Now there's going to be another Immortal coming out. There's a Phoenix. We have a Stasis Ward that is being constructed. Now herO seeing all of this. Nexus gets thrown down. Harstem believes that his opponent has a Nexus. Now sees, wait a second, that's not the case at all. But there are 2 Immortals here, and 2 Immortals versus no Zealots, pure Stalkers, are actually going to be quite powerful. Look at this. Oracle almost dies, but stays alive with 4 HP. Here comes the high ground defense with that battery. Stasis actually connected as well over here. So these Immortals are dealing a lot of damage. Once again, a very action-packed game with some actual decent control coming out of Harstem this time around. Has this Phoenix around. He's going to try and right-click that prism. As a force field would be great, but he's so patient with it. What a beautiful, beautiful decision to not quite use that force field. That's gonna help later on, and that's now. Later on is right here, right now. Sentry gets taken out on the side of herO. Sentry goes down on the side of Harstem as well. Super Battery gets activated. This prism is taking a bit of a beating. Both players right now floating a bunch of money as Harstem is returning back home with his double Immortal prism. As the 4th Immortal is about to pop off, Oracle is back home. This feels like it might just end up finishing up. Yep, there we go. It's going to get the pickup in that prism. As the Phoenix will hit it once or twice. 4 Immortals out. Can Harstem break this? I'm not sure if he can. There's a Twilight Council on the way as well at the moment. Harstem walks down the ramp. Oh, barely doesn't get the kill there on the Prism. How unfortunate that is. If that kill happens on the Prism, that's an absolutely huge deal. Kind of sad to not see it happen, as the Stalkers just chilling in the natural right now. Oracle remains over here defensively, as we have a Void Ray that has been produced at this point. 28 workers for Harstem against the 23 of herO. But funnily enough, it is herO who is outmining his opponent currently. And that is due to the fact that there are probably still more mineral patches, because herO had been mining less the entire game. So all things even out in the end. But if both players get a natural, Harstem's still going to be up 5 workers, which of course is going to be great. Observer finally did get killed as well, as Harstem got his own Observer, has 5 Immortals and starts moving out on the map. That is a risky move that I don't quite appreciate. Oracle is going across as well. Perhaps a snipe on this Prism is possible. No, Harstem decides no, perhaps not. This Prism over here should help out. 2 sentries did get warped in. Void Ray kind of out of position, not really in the fight here. Probably waiting for a Prism to show up, which is never going to show up. Oracle now pops in over here. It's going to get, well, not a whole lot of worker kills. Decides to just continue fighting, though, into the battery. Super battery hasn't activated quite yet. So now we get the activation on the super battery, but still 3 workers going down is kind of a big deal. Void Ray gets pulled back to deal with these adepts, and that is 4 units that will not be in the upcoming push. Harstem deals damage with his Oracle, and hopefully doesn't lose it. There we go, keeps it alive. So similar damage being dealt by both players, except it is herO who has to give up something for it. Harstem does all of this for free with just his Oracle. While herO losing adepts left, right, and center, not quite great. I'd love to see actually, do I love to see a move out with the Immortals? No, I don't. Twilight Council has been spotted already. Blink is very close. Void Ray continues kind of patrolling this general area. We now have a Twilight Council on the way for Harstem, who once again still is up 5 workers. This is a big deal. Look at the income here. Even if it's only 110, 120, 130 mineral income difference in favor of Harstem, which I think it should be. Yeah, you see this, 1100 to 900 or so. Because the incomes in general are so low, that percentage-wise it's a pretty big deal. So we're expecting perhaps a faster third base or more gateways coming out of Harstem. Well, herO can't quite do that. herO killed his own robotics facility here, which is kind of a wild move. Harstem is not aware of that yet. This hallucination now pops in over here. Third gas on the way for Harstem, who doesn't have a battery, is up in workers, and still has the ability to deal damage as well with that Oracle. No units are being left down, well, unless you count these 2 Stalkers that are slightly out of position. No units in the mineral lines. That could be an issue. Hallucination Scout comes in. Darkstrand gets built, despite there still being a Robo in Harstem's vision. So he perhaps could get a little bit fortunate with that. Observer does get taken out. Here comes an attack. Can herO do it here? I don't think he can march up a ramp where there's 4 sentries with at least 5, 6 force fields each. Harstem now is going to move upstairs. That's very important. There's 7, 8 workers are going to get taken out. That's why these Stalkers need to be in position. At the same time, Harstem moves into the correct spot, and as a result is going to hold this area. Low ground Immortals pushing in a lot of damage. Harstem with a quick pickup on one of these Immortals, but a bunch of Stalkers here are being taken out. Blink not quite done yet for our Dutch Protoss player, and that means that the low ground might actually be in danger here of being taken. Uh-oh, are there sentries in here? Yes, there are. We get these sentry force fields, but a quick response with the recall into the natural. 88 supply to 58. Army supplies are a bit closer. Super battery is not available, but batteries in general are available. Pick up here on the Immortal, not quite going to go through. This Immortal will get picked up though. And at the same time, Oracle still could do something, but is not being utilized right now, as Harstem, with Blink completing, can perhaps blink forward, is going to blink forward, takes out the final Immortals, and is now in an absolutely fantastic position. Yes, he's lost 7 workers, but the army supply is 28 to 8. The Oracle tries to poke back in. Once again, herO kind of out of position, has Blink, so should be capable of killing it right now. Loses 3 more workers, adding insult to injury over here. Here's Harstem as the young, handsome Dutch player is marching to a 2-0 victory against the highest rated Protoss in the world, with some phenomenal 1-base play into 2-base play. They call him the 1-base king for a reason. It's because He has awful macro, but apparently he's also pretty decent at the one-base scenarios here, as he's taking out one of the most technical players in the world. Double DT drop towards the main. One in the main, one in the natural. Beautiful split off here, and that is going to force a GG out of herO. herO disappointing the fans as well as his team. But Harstem gets the W. Beautiful play here. Just a very technical series. Theoretically strong, and you see the moment that speed isn't a necessity anymore. This elephant-brained man is just a phenomenal StarCraft 2 player. One of the greatest who have ever done it, truly. Now, I don't use the term GOAT lightly, but I think it might apply here. That's what I'll leave you with today. Thanks all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this series. I hope you did enjoy it, and I'll see all of you next time for a new one. Bye bye.